Hello folks, it's Paz49 here. Just a quickie video to let you know I have been kicked off Patreon. My account was suspended by the the trust and safety team because I failed to meet their community guidelines. Now, I set up Patreon around 2 years ago, and the reason I set up Patreon was because I knew the things that I would be talking about on YouTube, I would eventually get demonetized or kicked off. Turns out I have been demonetized. Both channels have been demonetized. We'll see if this one gets demonetized, by the way. And so people wanted to get to know me and things I do outside of just talking about politics. And so I did that. People asked me to do Patreon, and people contributed on a monthly basis because that's what I wanted, and I gave it to them. And it went swimmingly. I was putting polls up, asking questions, interacting, and of course posting videos that weren't just politics. And it was all like personable fun with people who were paying for the privilege, because that's what Patreon is, and I really enjoyed it. But then the rot started to seep in. I was getting people joining my Patreon page who were then leaving on the same day, literally within hours or minutes, and they were giving really shitty reviews of my Patreon page, saying I produced racist content, I was giving racist rants, I'm recruiting Nazis, and the best one was this, oh God, you gotta laugh, haven't you? This content creator could get people killed with his hate. It was stuff like that. It was the usual lefties who were doing it, and the odd one or two with a rather unhealthy obsession with myself. And so when I started posting videos, they were getting held back by, I'd imagine, the trust and safety team for review, and I wouldn't hear anything from them, and the videos would remain in limbo. And this went on for months. Every video I put out there was getting held back, and I wouldn't hear anything. And they were getting held back and never posted. And in a weird way, Patreon wouldn't even tell me why. And people were still paying for the privilege. I had 3 tiers on there. The higher the tier, I mean, they were dirt cheap anyway. Then the more access you got, etc. That's how it works. And it was basically me sat in my garden telling jokes, army stories, showing you around my house, the chicken coop, the garden, my the things I collect, my interests, everything. It was hardly anything political or me having a go at a demographic for anything. You know, there was nothing like that on there. I kept that for YouTube, but still it was getting reported. Patreon were holding them back and never posting them. And alas, I found out the other day my Patreon channel is gone. That's how it works, folks. When people don't like what you say, they will go all out to try and silence you. But thank God I've got this channel now, and a few others. Should my YouTube career come to an end, I'll just channel hop. And that's that. So if you have contributed to my Patreon page, thank you very much. I really do appreciate it. It was a good idea. It was fun. But there's always somebody out there who just doesn't like this kind of thing and tries to spoil it for everyone else. So that's that. I've let you all know. So if you found out you're not paying me anything, that's why Patreon would have stopped the money coming out, etc. And I'm so sorry about this. I really am. And you would think that a name like Trust and Safety Team, they'd have the fucking trust and decency to tell me where I was going wrong, for heaven's sake. I mean, what a joke. Fuck Patreon. But all this has done is made me even more determined with my YouTube stuff, and I'll be posting more and more content and opening more and more channels. So you don't have the one channel to worry about now, you have another one. And maybe another one, and another one, and another one. Like I said in my other video, you will all die of old age before I get kicked off YouTube, I'm telling you now. So that's that. And if you do want to contribute to what I do, if you agree with me, if you believe in free speech, then by all means you can buy me a beer. The link is down below. It's not mandatory. It's just my way of giving a finger to the Google and YouTube, etc., because they have demonetized me. And that's that. Right, until my next video, please comment, share, subscribe, and Roger Trout.